Ken Trahan, sportsNOLAtv, college basketball. And again, the dearth of good teams and successes around the state, certainly frustrating, but that's not the case here in New Orleans, because the best story, not only in New Orleans, but realistically in Louisiana, would be on the lakefront, where the University of New Orleans Privateers sit atop the Southland Conference at 6-1. And joining us now to talk about his team's success thus far this season and more to come, hopefully, is our friend Mark Schlesinger of the Privateers. Mark, great to have you with us.
Thank you so much, Kid, for having me.
Well, I mean, I'd like to say congratulations, but I'm sure you don't want that yet because you got a lot of work to be done.
We've got a lot of work to go. We talk about this thing being a marathon, and we got over 10 miles to run still in this conference season. It's just going to get tougher and tougher as it goes, and each week is a new challenge. The Southland Conference is a great basketball conference with a variety of styles. Each night you're going to see somebody different, a new style. So it's going to be a fun run the rest of the way.
Perfect league for UNO. I advocated this league 15 years ago when I was a senior administrator there. I'm so happy to see that you're part of it now. And you're a big part of it as we look at the standings currently in the Southland Conference, because it's just a really pleasant sight to see New Orleans sitting on top of the conference as we speak. Sam Houston State, team you've already played, right behind you in the standings. And of course, Southeastern right up the road is in contention as well. Bottom line is, you came into this season, you had experience, it was a matter of being healthy, and you saw an opportunity because, frankly, Stephen F. Austin maybe wasn't as dominant as they've been in recent years, and you had a veteran team.
It was great to be able to have three guys back that had been with us for four-year players, and then to add in former state junior college player of the year, Eric Thomas, a year ago, and see him flourish in the offseason, and the development that he had has been tremendous. And obviously he's leading the league in scoring, but he's playing very unselfishly within our system and isn't forcing stuff, and he's been a lot of fun to coach. It definitely has been a difference in us being on the top.
In fact, let's take a look at some of the highlights of the Houston Baptist victory. Most recently, you mentioned Eric Thomas, and if the season ended today, he'd probably be the MVP of the league. Leads the league in scoring, right around 8 rebounds a game, almost 2 assists per game.
He is, and he scores it at a high rate. He's very, very efficient. He's almost at 60% from field goal.
I was going to say that. That impressed me.
And just, isn't forcing things. His turnovers are down, and is getting better and better defensively each game that goes on. He's trusting the system, trusting his teammates, and really doing a tremendous job.
Christavius Gill, experienced player, averaging over 12 points a game, over 3 assists per game.
And he's an all-conference player going into his third year. Should be a 3-time all-conference player, over 1,000 points, which puts him in some very rare air in UNO basketball lores, and has been tremendous. And then you add in, obviously, Tevin Burrows from Goshen, Mississippi, who has been an all-around playmaker for us. And then getting Nate Fry back from Houma, Louisiana, and Houma Christian has just been a firecracker for us.
Well, he's been the glue for you. When you got him back, you really haven't lost much at all. And most impressive about him, not only is his leadership, but he can stroke the three, and he's your best three-point shooter.
He really is, and he's a dynamic player, both as a finisher and as a three-point shooter. He can really guard multiple positions. It just has a different body than almost anybody else in our league, and he's been the difference. A tough loss at Utah State when he got back, and then the tough last-second loss against Sam Houston, our only blemishes on a record since he's returned.
Well, you mentioned Utah State, and I think your non-conference schedule certainly helped you because you played at Oklahoma State, you played at USC, Utah State. Of course, you play Louisiana Lafayette, who's one of the teams in the state that's pretty good.
Yeah, the non-conference schedule was great. It was one of the highest rated non-conference schedule in the country and in our league. To be able to go and play top-notch teams like Oklahoma State, USC, and go on the road at tough environments like Utah State, and then have Lafayette and Tulane at home were big for us.
Goes without saying that in conference play, the Sam Houston State game was a big game. You had an opportunity at the end, couldn't quite get over the hump, 2-point loss, but still, you bounced back from that beautifully, won your next couple of conference games.
It was huge. It was a tough test for us. I know that we kept talking about maturity tests for our team and being able to get them to be able to turn the corner from a maturity-wise, and being able to bounce back after that was really, really big for us in the whole big picture of things.
And then as you look to the future, you see what's to come. Tough schedule coming up. McNeese State, of course, Thursday night. Then you hit the road, and when you look at the rest of this schedule, you got to challenge some tough teams to be played on the road. Stephen F. Austin, obviously, we talked about earlier. Abilene Christian, Nichols, a rivalry. So the schedule doesn't get any easier for you.
No, it doesn't get any easier at all. To be able to take, McNeese and Stephen F. is tough, and then to go a quick turnaround on the road to Abilene Christian is very, very tough turnaround.
Goes without saying that the opportunity is there for you. You want to stay healthy. And what would it mean for this basketball team to win a conference championship?
I think it'd be, program changing to a certain extent. When you look at it, it's been 21 years since we've hung a banner for a conference championship in the Lakefront Arena, 20 for a postseason tournament. To be able to make those steps going forward, I think not only finishes the renaissance of our program, but it puts us back on the map. This program has such a rich history, you know better than anybody, and it's something that means the world to me, and I know our guys that are on this team and the ones in the 5 previous that have come back and paid a high price to put it back on firm ground. It would be life-changing.
I know you're excited about what's coming in as well. You've got the tallest player anybody signing at 7'3", maybe the smallest as well.
Yeah.
And Lamont Burzat. You've got a good transfer player and Scott Plaisance coming in from Country Day.
We've got a great class. We signed 4 in the fall, and then we're able to pick up Scotty Plaisance from here at Country Day at semester, who will add not only experience but leadership, not only next year but the year after. A 7'3" center in Bull Reek who's extremely skilled from South Sudan, and then Lamont Burzat from right here at Landry Walker, who tips the scales at maybe 5'8", 5'7". So we got the smallest guy in Division I signing, and the biggest guy, along with a junior college All-American from Western Oklahoma, and a really going to be a first-team All-State guy from Atlanta, Georgia.
Final thought for those who haven't been to a game to see
Yeah.
your team at Lakefront Arena. Why should they come?
Well,
what are they missing?
You're missing out at seeing a team play in probably arguably the best basketball facility in the state of Louisiana in Lakefront Arena. You're going to see an extremely entertaining team that plays hard. We're going to play good basketball, good, solid, fun basketball. And we're a blue-collar group. We play very, very hard, but we have a lot of fun doing it, just like this city. And it's something we take a tremendous amount of pride in. And come out and support us. This is the city's team. We're proud to wear New Orleans on the front of our jersey.
Mark, it's great to have you with us. Keep up the great work. Congratulations. I'll say it for now. We'll reserve real congratulations for later, my friend.
Thank you so much.
You got it.
Appreciate it.
Brian and Ricky rejoin me in a minute as we put a wrap on Sports NOLA TV here on WHNO.